I'm not gonna make you wait long. Hello, everyone. Good morning. We're back. Oh my god, look at this. They have like reflectors. Oh my god, I didn't think they were gonna glow like that. Oh my jeez. Hi Vic, hi Isla. Look at this. As you can see, I haven't been awake for a very long time yet. No, never mind. I've been awake for about an hour. Jeez. Might be better to turn down the music. Hi! Did you see the reflectors on my shirt? I have more of them somewhere, I thought. Oh yeah, they're around the back. They're around my back. You're also barely awake. It's a holiday, okay? Today's a holiday. No one's like, all my neighbors are home. They're gonna be hearing me because I opened the window. They're bright, I know, right? The only light I have on right now is the ring light on my camera. And they're very reactive. They are not glowing like that in real life. I'm telling you, these are gray. But you'll never know, I guess. Here we are. Welcome to stream. Yeah, they are. Welcome to stream. Welcome in. Hi. Today we are going to do some co-working slash studying. Feel free to do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. Read, craft, just hang out, whatever. Feel free. I'm going to study. I have to study. I have exams coming up, and I thought it might be a little bit better to force myself to study by having people watch me. If that makes sense. Do whatever you want. Do like clean the house, make food, just hang out. Up to you. Completely up to you. I personally will study. If it works, it works. Yeah, exactly. I will quickly explain everything, and then we're gonna jump right into it. I'm just gonna show you. Oh, she disappeared. There she is. I have Lofi City. No. Spirit City Lofi Sessions. It's a game on Steam. It costs about 15-ish. It's what I use to study. You can see I have the timer on. For me, it's on that side. For you, it's on that side. I have the timer on at 35 minutes per session, and then 10-minute break. And then we're gonna do that 4 times, equaling about 3 hours. And very important, we don't have any commands or anything, like any to-do lists for anyone, because this is on my computer. This is not connected to Twitch. So you can either share your progress in the chat or just don't. I am so sorry. I know like having a little to-do list and crossing them off is really fun, especially when you can do it on stream. I cannot afford any of the bots that are able to do that, because you have to have a bot for that. And yeah, right now it's not possible. Maybe in the future, but right now we're gonna work with her. She's right there. I customized her and everything like weeks ago. And I'm also not gonna put a to-do list on because I know what I have to do. So yeah, I'm gonna keep the Stardew music. I'm gonna let that play. Lofi Sessions also has music, but I'm afraid that it might copyright me, so we're gonna go with Stardew. We're not gonna do it complicated, so we're gonna do Stardew music. If you want, oh no, go back. I want, which button was it? Give me a second. There was a button for the UI, because I can put on, jeez, I got everything ready and then I wasn't ready. There's ambient sounds, and I can do those instead of the music if you want. I personally don't need music. So the sounds are, let me Stop the music. So the sounds are smooth rain, cozy fireplace, soft vinyl voice, sorry. Rumbling thunders. Okay, let me just play them. That was very loud. This is smooth rain. This is the fireplace. This is the vinyl. We've got rumbling thunders. Then we've got winds. A night forest. This is a oh my god. This is a snowstorm. Then we have tasty, sizzling, bubbling, kitchen oh my god, kitchen sounds really good. Wait. No, this is stressing me out, sorry. This is gonna be me. We have birds. Okay, I'm not gonna click through all of them. My personal favorite is ocean. Or rain. Forest, fireplace, or ocean? What's the forest again? Oh, the night forest. This one? Something with water. We can do ocean. This is a whispering creek. It's very much not whispering. It's very loud. They're all pretty. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, wait. You're gonna love this one. That's a cat purring. Speaking of, hi! We can do the cat. We can do the cat. Let me see. Bay window. Hi, mushroom. Hi. Okay. Let me just. I'm kind of clicking through. No. That one is good. Okay. Putting that away. Let me just look at what button gets the UI so that I can keep it. F1. F1, okay. No. Okay. I have to tell you, it's gonna freak me out after a while. I can't do it. Sorry. Yeah, it is. It is. It's very. Look at this. It's glowing. It looks like it's like a CGI. It's really funny, but it's actually real. Like I'm touching it. Hold on. It's still very bright. There you go. It looks like this actually. But yeah. Sorry for that. You thought it was an unusual color. Sorry. Hi Anna. How are you? Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna go with ocean. I'm sorry, the purring after a while was very, very much for me. So how's this sound? And then of course I can't see it. How about this? Right? This is nice. We have no ocean anywhere, but it's fine. Okay. Are we good? Can we start? Nice. Yeah, I know, right? Let's start. 35 minutes, and then I'm gonna unmute myself and we're gonna hang out again. Oh my god. Hello. Hi. I am exhausted. I was just locked in too. Oh my goodness. How's everyone doing? Hi. You can think of or remember what gave you anxiety yesterday that you can write up? I would even say, like, I read that earlier and I decided not to respond yet. um, I'm looking up on Discord if we talked about anything. No, we only talked about how nervous I am. I'm so sorry. Yesterday we didn't talk about you. Oh my god. I'm so selfish. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's best to just leave it and then come back to it later. That's for the best, really. I didn't realize. I'm so sorry. Genuinely. I wish I was at TwitchCon. That would be so cool. I had my presentation. Yeah, but after that, like, I didn't even ask. What the hell? What kind of friend am I? Sorry. I'm genuinely so sorry about that. No, I was looking at one of the servers I'm in, and people are talking about, like, going to TwitchCon in Rotterdam. And I would love to go. Sorry. I would love to go, but it's not in the cards for this year. Maybe another time. Oh, yeah, we hung out. See, I don't even remember that. Did we? I have like a terrible memory. I have a terrible memory. Awful. You managed to do step 1. Yay! I genuinely am having such a headache. I'm gonna later, once the 10 minutes are up, I'm gonna get something for my headache. Are the sounds louder than me? When I talk, can you hear me properly? Your sister's also there, so you're not working fast? Yeah, valid. Audio good? Okay, not louder? Okay, good. Because it suddenly got so loud and I was like, oh no. I might have to turn it down just for me. Sorry. Just so that it's not too loud for me because I'm getting a headache. Cleo is demanding something, but I don't know what she wants because she keeps like walking back and forth. Waves get loud sometimes. Yeah, that's why I'm like, can you hear me? We can still do different sounds later. Oh, speaking of you, hi. Did you want to join me? You keep walking back and forth. Oh, she sat down. She sat down on the floor. Yeah, that's all she's doing. I was actually locked in. I'm trying to like figure out how to program. Because apparently all semester I did not figure it out. So I'm doing it now. And I gotta say, it's not easy. And it's like when you test run it, and then there's like the tiniest little mistake that you made, and it's so hard to figure out what you did wrong. And then when you look up at the I have like a exercise sheet and it has solutions, and when I look at it, I'm like, I would have never thought it. Like, it was like the points. that were missing, and I was like, okay. Didn't know that this would ruin the entire code, but sure. Yeah, so I was kind of like the first run was kind of like, let me cheat a little bit and look at the solutions just so that I have an idea what I'm supposed to do. And now I'm trying the same stuff, but without looking at the solutions, just to see if I can figure it out on my own, because in the exam I won't be able to do that. Though I think it'll be multiple choice in the exam because it's just half an hour and you can't write a code in half an hour. What's everyone else doing? I know Emma is making her desk, and I know Isla is trying to do her homework. If anyone else is around and doing something, do tell. Your mom is playing loud music now and cleaning. That's kind of iconic, actually. I gotta say, if I weren't streaming, I would probably have some show or something running on my PC while I try to do stuff, and I would be distracted like half of the time. You had to turn me up because it's so loud? Jeez. Really? Dang. That is interesting, actually. Designing an app, and later I need to work on a sign redesign for a museum. Anna, what exactly do you do in your life? Because what do you mean you're designing an app? Are you a programmer? Do you like write codes? Graphic design? You wish? Oh. That's kind of like what I'm doing. You don't wish, trust me. You don't wish. I don't know why I chose that for me. Ed Sheeran was blessing your earsies? Oh. Graphic design is so cool. I wish I could have done that. I'm very terrible at drawing and designing. You took one programming class, basic HTML and CSS, and you loved it. Actually, we're working with Python, and like we're writing a whole program, like a whole. It's supposed to have a little UI, where you can like enter stuff, and we're kind of working on that. To be honest, the other guys wrote more of the code than I have. I've been more like, I don't even know what I've been. I've been there. I've made the decisions with them, but then they never were like, oh, what about you do that? They just took over, and I'm like, hey guys, I can do things. I even wrote it in the group chat again yesterday because in 2 weeks we have to give our it's our deadline in 2 weeks, and I was like, I yesterday wrote in the group chat like, hey, if I can take over something, let me know. No one responded until now. Literally still no response. Let me look it up. Yeah, like 2 out of 3 people read it and no one said anything. I only have like the documentation in my to-do list to write, and I think that's like even after asking for it, like asking, hey, I can take over some stuff, and they don't respond, it's really annoying. You're writing the app with Figma? I don't know what Figma is. Cleo is in front of my monitor, and she's kind of like looking around curiously. This desk has not changed in the last 5 months. Oh, you can see her now. We should get ready to continue. Hi, sweetheart. She does not want to get pet right now. Her eyes are wide. Hey, what is it? You're nervous about something. Alright, guys. 5 seconds. Get ready. The sound is a little loud, so. Okay. Let's lock in. Bye! Hi, we're back. We're back. Hi. Hold on, give me a moment. I was not very productive this time. I still mess up. Programming is still hard, but we're taking a break. You're so slow today. Actually, same. Actually, same. I'm having a crisis. And I miscalculated the timer, so I'm gonna be late later, but it's okay. It's okay. I told my mom I would be there at 1. And I only now realized that I calculated the stream so that I would be done at 1. So, that's fun. I also realized I haven't changed the time for my stream later today either. So let me just fix that. Because I can't do it at 5. I'm gonna do it at 7. So let me just... I'll forget if I don't do it now. This one. Put it up on Discord as well. You have started another therapy homework, but you're stuck there too because your brain no work. So you did your Finch app instead. You're still being productive. That's good. I'm actually... Well, I did the same exercise twice now, and I got better the second time, but on the further down, like on the lower there's like 7 things you have to do, and on like 5, 6, and 7 I'm still struggling a little bit, so I'm gonna try and do it again. So I'm just gonna do it and do it and do it and do it over and over again until I work it out. So yeah, and there's, I think, in total 5. The next session you'll do your Duolingo and then go make lunch because you haven't eaten yet. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I'm gonna have lunch later at my mom's. That's why I was like, I told her I'd be there at 1 because I was the one who insisted that we would do it at 1, and now I'm gonna be late. But that's okay. Later I'll just put on something and then leave. Yeah. It'll be... I'm just gonna stay at her place so I don't have to, like, fancy up. I'm just gonna wear something comfy to be there. I hope everyone is doing... Well, I know Emma finished her desk, and that's fun. Cleo? Oh, jeez. Wait. Wait. She's tiny. She's also very brainless. No thoughts. Small? Yeah. Look at her. This is like her entire body. Okay, you wanna leave. You wanna leave. It's okay. It's okay. Sorry. I forced her. Sorry. She's still in the room, so that's good. Yeah, she's still here. Hi. Hi. Yeah. Sorry I picked you up. I know you didn't like that. I'm very sorry. You gonna sit there and judge me now? That's okay. I don't mind it. If I need to go early, that's okay. No, it's fine. I only need like 10 minutes until I'm there, so I'm just gonna be like 10, 15 minutes late. I'm gonna like switch my clothes and then leave instantly. I don't need to doll up, so it's fine. I have like cat hair on my eye. Ooh. Yeah, so my right ear cannot hold any headphones. It's just, both are falling out now. You're halfway to your 3rd Discord role. Did you get the 2nd one already? Oh my god. Jeez. There's only 4. Like, bestie, do I need to up the redeem amount? You did? Genuinely, I'm not keeping track. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's interesting. Now, wait a second. There's 2 tier 2 subs, and I didn't know that. What? I gave it to you? Oh, okay. I thought everyone was tier 1. Oh, I didn't know that. That is really cool. Sorry. I was looking at the roles and then I saw like 2 people in there. And it was me because I'm tier 3. And I'm not giving myself money, so that is cool. Yeah, I know, right? That is really cool. I think it's also really cool that I'm getting like infinitive points and tier 3 for free. But I'm the one streaming, so I'm not watching. I've been kind of like chatting left and right, tiny little bit, because I'm not very motivated right now. Yeah. The ocean sounds are making me kind of sleepy. Have you ever sleeping at the beach? That is such a fun vibe. I've kind of like, I was under the umbrella, of course, the sun parasol, and then I kind of like laid on my towel, closed my eyes, and fell asleep because it was warm. And then there was the ocean noises, and it was like there's the light little breeze, and it was so nice. I haven't been at the beach in a long time. Like I was once last year when I was on vacation, and then this year I haven't left the country yet. It's very depressing. Every time, all the times I've been at the ocean, you've played mermaids. Oh my god, I've done that. Every time I was at the pool, I pretended that I was a mermaid. Like, I'd watched H2O just before leaving, and I was like, oh no, I can't go in the water. People will know I'm a mermaid. And then I'd still go and kind of swim like a mermaid. You live near the beach and you never go? How dare you? How dare you? I would live like at the beach on the sand. I would be there constantly. I would literally go there to do my homework just because the vibes are nice. When you were a kid during summers, you lived in water. I loved going to the pool. I loved going like to the beach, and I loved it. Nowadays, you know, being able to think and not being innocent, pools are disgusting, and the ocean is big and wide and unexplored, and it's terrifying. I still will go in the water at the beach because it's, you know, kind of cleaner than pool water. It's still not clean, but it's cleaner. It's kind of like disinfectant. And I will splash around a little bit and then I'll leave again. I'm not that kind of person anymore. Too many tourists, it's a nightmare. Yeah, nightmare. Yeah, I can imagine if there's too many tourists, it just takes the fun away. Oh, yeah, that must have been nice. It's kind of like a private beach. Jesus Christ. Well, it's time to focus again. I did not pay attention to the timer. Let's focus. We can talk about the beach later. So, talk later. We can yap later. It's okay. I promise. I'm not gonna forget the beach talk because I'm gonna go to the beach. This is now an ASMR stream. No, I'm kidding. Okay, let's go. Hi. I love us counting down. Woohoo! We did it. We only have one more session. So I did say I was gonna tell you about my plans because I earlier said that I would be kind of late to my mom's and the plans changed. So what happened was I started the session and suddenly I was called. It was like a group call and I was like, something's happening? What's happening? So I picked up and then they were like, oh, my sister and her husband said they were gonna do a barbecue later today, and they asked if we wanted to be there because that way we didn't have to have lunch at my mom's. So we talked about that. So instead of being late, I'm actually gonna be on time because first of all, my sister lives like 2 minutes away from me. It's car ride really fast, less than 5 minutes, so I have more time. Secondly, it's not going to be at 1, it's going to be at 2. They wanted to do it at 4, but I said, please, let's do it earlier. I have not eaten yet. So we're going to do that. We're going to have barbecue. That gives me time to take a shower, and it gives me time to get sauces ready because I said I would bring sauces. They don't have sauces. Yeah, so we're going to have a barbecue. I'm really excited. You did your Duolingo, checked Instagram, and made lunch. Oh, and ate. That's nice. That's nice. Your lunch sounded really good. I finished that first sheet of exercises, and I thought I understood it, and then I opened the second sheet, and I almost cried. In the description, they did write down that. Oh, geez, that's my sister. Give me one moment, please. Get your own dang potatoes, damn it. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm back. They did say, like, we can try to put in the exercise into ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to explain instead of, like, giving the answer. Or, like, get Python tutor to explain the code, and that's kind of, like, crazy to ask AI to help us. You're gonna have an avocado as well. But the avocado was bad. Oh, that's so sad. That would have been so nice. I was gonna ask what you're having for breakfast. Mini flatbreads with cream cheese and stuff on. Oh, that sounds so good. That sounds so good. I'm so hungry and I'm not gonna have food for the next 2 hours or more. So I might have a snack. Your avocado was so hard, you hated it, it was bad, and you wanted to cry? Yeah, valid. As you wrote in our chat. Yeah, I told Isla about the exercise, and she was like, oh my god, having to ask ChatGPT to explain your homework is crazy. And that's absolutely true. Absolutely true. But we are studying AI, so I'm allowed to. They're like, if you don't know, ask ChatGPT. We're even allowed to use it in our documentation for having for our projects. So they're like, you're allowed to use it, but use it in like to an extent and not fully. So even if they're gonna check if we used AI, they're gonna let it slip if it's not too much. You were so excited for avocado? Yeah, that's great. Great. That is like... I know what it's like to be like, oh my god, I'm gonna have avocado, and then it went bad. Or it's not eatable, and you're like... It's really, really painful. Really painful. I get it. Anyways, back to beach talk. I want to go to the beach. I miss going to the beach. It was always so nice. There's still 1/3 of the avocado because it's just rock solid. It looks like it's infused with wood. Do you think maybe it sprouted? The you know, the thingy inside, did it sprout maybe? I was terrified. I was terrified of anything AI. And I ended up going like, you know what? I'm terrified of it. I'm gonna study it. To understand it better. Because know what you fear, right? Perfectly round and not cracked. Okay, so it can't be that. Oh my goodness. I have avocados laying in my fridge, but I think they're not good. Because they've been there for quite a bit. When I tried one, they were still good though. So I kept them. I just, to be honest, I'm just too lazy to cook. That's why I'm not having food at home today. I'm also not having proper food at home at all. So that's fun. So hard to find the perfect avocado. I buy them usually slightly harder to give them time to ripe so that by the time that I'm eating them, they're good. And I've not had issues like that unless I forget that I have an avocado in my fridge and it goes bad. But I try to avoid that. Where do avocados grow? Like, is it... Where do they grow? It's hard to time it well. Well, I, do the squishy test. If they're softer, it's fine, but they're not supposed to be super soft. And then that's the perfect amount. You had it in your fridge for 3 weeks and it was still rock solid? Something was wrong with that avocado. Also don't store them with apples. Basically don't store anything with apples. Apples give off this... I don't know what it is, but they give off something that makes everything ripe around it really fast and then they go bad. So I have my apples separate at all times. I don't have a lot of apples, but when I do, I have them separate. Fake avocado? Yeah, definitely. They sold you stone or something. Ethanol? I'm not sure, to be honest. I just know don't store anything with apples. Apples are supposed to be kept separate. That's all I understand. But my brain works very simple, to be honest. Oh, hi. She jumped up on her own. Yeah, you're not supposed to do that, Emma. They, everything else goes bad around it faster. Like, everything else ripes so fast, and then it just goes bad. So I would say take the apples away from the other fruit. Need to take them out 1 to 3 days before you want to eat it. But the thing is, how do I know I want to eat it in 3 days? If I want to eat it, I'm gonna eat it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna eat it instantly. Sweetie, do you want to stay? Today is not your gaming day? Do you want to stay? Our timer is almost up. I want to yap. That's what I mean with timing. Yeah. I guess. There you go. It's frustrating. Yeah, it's frustrating. I can imagine. I can imagine. Anyways, I'm gonna attempt these harder exercises where my teachers, my profs went like, use ChatGPT if you don't understand, and see what I can do. But I'm not having a lot of hopes. So I'm gonna attempt. Okay. Talk to you later. Bye. Sorry, I took a moment because I was testing something that I wasn't sure if I did it right. Okay, I'm becoming a slow programmer, chat. I'm getting better. That is amazing. Let me open the... It says long break, but I just put it at 10 minutes as well. Because at the end, I think it sets a long break, but we don't need it to be long. I stopped messaging in the chat, sorry, because I was kind of like trying to focus because I hadn't fully focused in the last 30 minutes, but that's okay. Which software am I using? We're using Python. We're doing it through Python. But right now I'm typing everything in Deep Note, and it's connected to Python because it's just exercise. I'm glad Lettuce is going to sleep, by the way. I love that he has his hat, backpack, and your plastic 30mm crochet hook. I love that he needed those. Oh, really? I didn't know. It used to be a 20, but I just kept it. The essentials. Yeah, those are the essentials. His hat, backpack, and a crochet needle. Those are important. I hope he's gonna have a good sleep. I hope he gets to sleep really, really well. He deserves it. Anyways, I can hang out to yap a little bit longer. And then I'm gonna go. We're gonna be live again later. I moved the time. It would be in 7 hours from now. Did I say that right? 6 hours from now. It's in 6 hours from now. 7 p.m. European Standard Time. European Summertime, sorry. It's summertime, not Standard Time. European Summertime. Would be the next stream, and we're gonna continue our base save, which means I'm gonna continue the build that I didn't finish the last 2 times because we're yapping so much. Yeah. Until then, I'm gonna take a shower. I'm gonna go see my sister, my brother-in-law, and my mom. We're gonna have a barbecue. We're gonna rest, like chill, play games, watch movies. Have a chill day because it's a holiday, and my mom is at home alone because my dad went out with his family, with like his brother. They went on a little bike tour. You put on laundry, you did litter box, moved your chair that is supposed to help you to do stuff in the kitchen to the kitchen because it's been in your room for no reason, and you gave up on yesterday's anxiety, but you did today's. Oh, that is amazing though. That is amazing though. I mean, is it that bad if you say, like, you don't know or don't remember what happened yesterday that makes you anxious? Because, like, you know, it happens. It happens. Sometimes. Let's put it at, like... I put the purring back on. You finished some icons for the app, and then you started translating the signs into 4 languages. Whoa. Yeah, that cannot be hard. Imagine speaking more than 1 language. I speak 4 languages, and then single sentences and words and various others. Yeah, so that's okay, Isla. I understand the anxiety about it. Maybe you can put that in for today. Imagine not being bilingual. Oh my god, the amount of times I'm like, especially like, listen, I grew up speaking German, and nowadays I'm like, I don't remember the German word. When I talk to my family and they don't speak English, I'm like, Googling the words into German because I don't remember them. Even though there's more words in German than English that describes things. I speak fluently. I speak German, English, and Arabic. And then French I used to learn, so I understand it fully. But speaking it is like the words are very hard for me to come. But when I went to Paris, and then this random woman came up to me and went like, she was looking for the entrance of the train station we had just come out of, and I was like, I don't know. I spoke in French. I was like, I don't know where it is, but it's right there, where we came out of, and it wasn't the main entrance. Yeah, we say Dinglish, like Denglish, English and German, Denglish. How did you not know Isla is Swedish? I don't know. She speaks very openly about it. She's never hidden it. I also speak, like, it's literally standard words or sentences, stuff like yes, no, how are you, hello, in Turkish, Russian, Japanese, Chinese, Spanish, Italian. It's six languages ish. I can't come up with anything else. So with Isla's name, she's explained this to me, and I think it's easiest if I explain it. Simply, hi Elena, simply because I can like say it. So Isla has multiple ways to say her name because she said in Swedish, in Sweden at home, they say Isla. So that's right. And then Isla is also right because it was supposed to be Isla as in Spanish for island. And I think that's all. Or there, I think I remember there being a third one, but I don't remember. You do finish Duolingo every day, but you don't know if it's helping. I tried Japanese, so I know how to say like cat and white. I think I knew red for a while. I knew like the colors and a few. Neko is cat, and then shiro is white. So if you say I don't neko shiro or shiro neko, something like that. It's white cat. It's really cool, and I love that shiro means white, because that means if I open Duolingo now, because I haven't in a while, he's gonna be so mad, and I'm gonna get notifications. Right. In Japanese, everything is backwards. In Japanese, everything is backwards. I'm telling you, backwards. I'm opening my Japanese course. Oh, I had reached Unit 4 of Section 1 when I did it. Review. Sushi. What do you think sushi means? That's not what I wanted to see, though. That's not what I tried. I wanted to see the words. Somewhere you have a little summary of the words that you know. I can't find it. But in Japanese, everything is backward as well. Oh my goodness. Okay, that scared me. Isla lore. Isla's told me that already. She's my best friend. I know everything. Languages are so interesting. If I could have done a study or like study languages in general, I would have loved that. Like language sciences or something. That would have been so fun. Like analyzing all the languages and stuff and maybe being able to learn some of them. I would have loved that. Languages are so easy for me. You have 4 names in total? I have 2. My first and my last name. I have 2. That's so annoying. I'm very good at like languages and like research stuff. And then I'm terrible at math and logic and all that. And I'm studying math and logic. Name and 2 last names. Oh, you have 2 last names. That's cool. I know someone who has, I think, 4 first names and then 2 or 3 last names. I was like, what do I call you? I was so confused. I was like, which one is your favorite? And that was their legal name too. Like that was they were born with this name and they kept it. And that's fine, but I don't know what to call you. You have 3 plus your maiden name. Two names, then a middle name, and then 2 last names? 5 names? That is crazy. I genuinely know someone who has like 4 first names and then 3 last names, and I was like, I'm calling you this, but like, do you want me to call you anything else? And she was like, no, it's fine, it's fine. Okay. 4 names and then 2 last names? Dang. I always wanted a middle name. And my parents, it's not common in our culture, so my parents never gave me one. And now getting one is too much paperwork. So I'm just leaving it. It was a pain to type. Yeah, I can imagine. My thought is, if I ever got married, or like when I get married, let's stay positive, I would not change my last name. Not because like it's, for me it's a cultural thing. It's not common in Morocco or like in any Arabic country to do that. And the reason they gave was so interesting and fun that I was like, oh, I'm gonna do that. The reason they don't do that, I know nowadays it's common, but like it was always like that in Arabic countries. The reason they don't do that is they say you have your father's last name. Usually in normal cases you have your father's last name, and why would you change to the name of your husband? I know, like, or like your partner, I know, like love and blah blah blah, but why would you do that? Because they don't own you, you're not their property. So why do you change your name if you can keep your parents' last name? Whether it's your father or your mother, it doesn't matter at that point. Why not keep that symbol of being that person's kid? Even if you're 40, it doesn't matter. And I loved that. I was like, I'm always gonna be my dad's daughter, so why take that away from him? So I'm gonna keep it. Technically your middle names are on paper, but also first names, but the first one is my name people call me by, and the reason being actually on paper. Yeah, 3 pages to write that name. I don't remember exactly how it works because I changed over a year ago. Yeah, that's fine though. Yeah, Ghosty. Obviously, like in any situation, if you do want to change it, you can change it in any country, like any Arabic country. It's not a rule, but like it's not typical. You can't always change your name. My mom changed her name as well, um, but for different reasons. So, not wanting to keep your biological family's name for whatever reason is absolutely valid and 100% understandable. Not every family situation is good and is well and is nice, but still, like, in the normal situation, I'm gonna call it, it would be like that. But not wanting to associate with someone and wanting to remove them in all ways possible, absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. You changed your dad from your dad's to mom's and now you never want to change it? That's so nice though. That's so nice. I honestly, I don't I I personally, if I changed my name, I would feel so weird. And I've had that since I was a kid. Even before I was like, oh, I'm not gonna change my name for this and this reason. He's noticed the cat on the screen. Which one? That one or that one? Because I have one here too. Hi, Lettuce. How are you doing? I hope you're doing good. I hope you're being nice to your mom, to your parent. Sorry. Was mom okay? I'm so sorry. Was that okay to use? Now I'm so unsure of myself. Because I have that one too. I'm not gonna bother her again, but you can see her. Hold on. Didn't want to let me change it. She's right here. She's angry staring at me. You can't see it, but she's angry staring at me. Oh no, never mind. She's closing her eyes. I also have a sound effect on that has the cat purring. That one on the screen right here. That one. He said the slept one, so whichever one he has has deemed is sleeping. Well, they're both kind of sleeping. But that's so cute. That's so good. The slept one? That is adorable. That is adorable. I love that. I love when kids talk. You I love when kids talk. It's so cute. I have I think she's 7 now. I have a 7-year-old cousin, and she's like, when she speaks Arabic, of course, and she kind of like has issues saying the letter S and like pronouncing words sometimes in general, and it's so cute. It's so cute. Toddlers talking is so funny. Yeah. Absolutely. And then you're like, the what? And then you repeat that same word and you're like, okay, sure. Because you don't know what they're saying. Oh my god. That is so cute. He's still learning, but he's got the general vibes of most times. Yeah, I mean, as long as he's like articulating himself and like listening to people talk. It's very important to also talk normally around kids. Like, of course, baby talk is very cute, but I think they learn better when you speak normally. Parents are honestly so cool for knowing what kids talk about. I mean, I guess it's a learning curve. It's kind of like I don't even have a, I don't know. I've grown up having a lot of baby cousins. So I just always knew. I just always knew with them. They were saying something. I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. And I fully understood what they said. It's kind of like you're around them so much, you'll just learn what they're trying to say. Hi, Badsy. How are you? We're just kind of hanging out. We were co-working today, and now our sessions are done, and I'm actually supposed to leave, but I'm still here. How are you? You're supposed to talk normal. Helps with the development and such. Yeah, exactly. The amount of times it's full gibberish and a random sound, I just gotta go on context and clues. Yeah. Oh my god. Imagine they're going like and pointing at something, and you're like, oh, do you like that paint? No? Do you want the teddy bear? Like, what do you mean? It took you 2 days to start understanding him? That's so valid. I'm doing good. Thank you so much. Basically, yeah. The co-working was fine. I was studying, and then everyone else was just doing their stuff, and it was really cool. It was very cozy vibes, and I'm currently having a sound playing that has a cat purring. We had ocean sounds on, too. Oh, you had internet issues for a week? That is terrible. I'm so sorry. I'm glad that it's back. I hope it doesn't break again. And they say it with a serious face. Yeah, they look at me like... They go like... You're supposed to understand! Yeah, I have like... I have sounds right here. And one of them is comforting purring. I also have like white noise and stuff. Rain, fireplace, I have a night forest, wind, cooking sounds, keyboard typing, but the keyboard typing I feel like is a little aggressive. And then we were playing Ocean Serenade, and once we started talking, I thought maybe putting on the comfort of purring. I couldn't play that the entire time because I felt very overwhelmed with the quiet and then the purring, and it just... So the ocean sounds were nice. My sister, back to baby sounds, when she was a baby, she was like a toddler. She could barely talk. Okay? She could also only just babble and gibberish and whatever. And then she would say something in full-on gibberish, and you're like... And then she would get mad that you didn't understand her, because to her, she was very clear and very direct of what she wants. And then she would look at you so angrily, and you have to imagine her. She had like these little curls, and her hair was this short, and she had like big round eyes, and she looks at you angrily and goes, "But ah." That was her word for when she was angry. She went like, "But ah." And every time we were so confused when she did that. And then after a while we were like, "Oh, that's her angry noise." So whenever she went angry, she said that word. And it has no meaning. And we still tell that story today because it's so funny. She had like these tiny little curls, and her hair was super short because they bounced up, and she had like wide green eyes, little round face, and then she goes, "Buddha," really angry. I'm gonna start using that one. It was so funny. My parents love this story because it was so random. It was so weird. It came out of nowhere, and she suddenly goes like, "Bah," and I'm like, "What?" And that made her angrier because you still don't understand. My cousin, instead of saying the full word, only says the first syllable, so he'll be like, "cat." And you're just like, okay, which word is that one? My mom does that. Okay, I'm gonna trash a little bit about my mom, but I tell her this all the time. My mom, she was mentally ill, or is mentally ill, and after her, she had a burnout, and after that, she had like big issues talking, and she had to learn everything all over again and stuff. It was a very hard time, but we make fun of her because if you don't laugh, you cry. And sometimes it's just in her mind. It's just her mind doesn't work anymore the way it used to. And she would go like, start a sentence, stop in the middle of it, and then just stare at you. And you're like, what are you saying? And she's like, I just told you. And you're like, no, you didn't finish the sentence. She finished it in her head. She will like start the sentence and then go silent, finish it in her head, and then you're just staring at her and she's looking at you so expectantly. She's like, why are you not answering? And I'm like, Mom, you didn't finish what you were saying. So yeah. My dad does it too, but not as often. And sometimes my mom thinks the sentence fully and then goes like, what do you think? What do I think what? And she's like, I just told you. No, you didn't. No, you didn't tell me. No, I just told you. No, you didn't. No, I get it. Like, we're making fun of her just so that we don't get sad about it. It's a very hard time for my mom. She has big issues. She says things wrong. She can't find the words. It's very, very hard. But that one thing, sometimes she'll start a sentence, go fully silent, and then just doesn't talk anymore. And I'm like, do you want to finish that? And do you want to continue? And she's like, huh? I just finished. No, you didn't. No? Mom? No? But it's all in good fun. We're just like, it's all lighthearted. We're making good fun of each other. It's when we know when not to make fun of her. But I think it's really funny sometimes when she's like, it didn't happen as much lately. But when it happens, it's always so funny because like I'm like, Mom, I want to help you, but you need to tell me. I'm not a mind reader. Yeah. Alright, chat. I'm starting to think that I need to leave. I need to be there in half an hour. I still need to shower. And I genuinely... my brain actually doesn't work either. The amount of times I forget, do not understand, or just go blank zone out in a day. I zone out a lot. My mind is constantly on overdrive. And then it's usually evenings when it's like I'm starting to shut off and just sit there and stare at the wall. I zone out a lot. It's just because my mind goes on overdrive so much. It's either overthinking. It's either, oh, I need to do this and this and this and this and this because I'm trying to remember everything I'm doing. Or it's just me being fully anxious about something super stupid that, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? So yeah. That's why I haven't been very active on Discord this week. Yeah, that's valid. Daily dissociation. Yeah, oh my goodness. It's like, at some point of the day, I'm just like, no, I don't need this. And I'm just like sitting there staring. Whether it's the wall, whether it's the PC, whether it's nothing. I'm not even noticing. And the worst thing is, it happened to me on Tuesday morning when I was driving. I was so tired from the previous week and weekend that I was driving to work, highway, full on speed, like full on like speed limit. And when I arrived at work, I was safe. I got into work, I did my work, I get back to the car, and suddenly I remember, I'm like, did my car get hit by a stone or did I dream that? Because like this kind of big stone hit my my front window in the morning, and I thought I dreamt that. When I checked, it was right there. And I thought I dreamt that. That's how tired I was on Tuesday morning. While driving. That is insane. I shouldn't do that again. If I'm tired, I'm not going to work. That's it. Oh yeah, the autopiloting is wild sometimes. The autopiloting in the car while driving is insane. That is not supposed to happen. What do you mean I got from A to B and don't remember any of it? Genuinely, I didn't remember any of it because my car got hit. I remember this because I thought I was dreaming this. Got hit and I'm like, oh, when I arrive at work, I'm gonna call my insurance because it's insured. It's a hit. It needs replacement. So that was wild. And my issue is too, I take 1 hour to get to work by car. Do you know how long that is? That is 70 kilometers. I didn't even realize that I was like not even fully there. And when I got into the car in the evening, I'm like, oh my god, I don't remember driving here. And I didn't even realize before. I'm a great driver. I'm great. I know my rules and I know when not to break them. No, I never drive over the speed limit, and like I pay attention to the road. I'm always like, all the cars around me, I'm driving along with them. Meaning that if I have a car ahead of me to the side, I'm paying attention. I'm paying attention to whether or not it looks like they're gonna switch lanes, because that happens to me so many times when I'm keeping my safety space between me and the car before me. Sorry, that was such a Moroccan thing of me to say. I always keep a safety distance between me and the car and ahead of me, and people use that to switch lanes. So I always pay attention in case I need to hit the brake. Listen. The most Moroccan thing to say is, if the police is not there, it's not illegal. No, I'm kidding. I don't think I break rules on the road. The only thing is that I don't do is put on my what do you call it? The signal when you move left or right. I don't know what you're calling it. That's what I don't always do. When I see like it's empty, I don't do it. But that's I think about it. Driving is very scary to me sometimes. So, facts. I know, right? If police is not there, it's not illegal. Simple. I knew the Spanish folk would understand me. I knew it. The Spanish and the Italians drive the same way. I know that for a fact. I'm not making jokes or anything. I know that for a fact. Moroccans, Moroccan, Spanish, and Italians have very, very similar driving styles. Very similar. I've not driven through Spain myself, but I've been in the car when we've driven through Spain, so I know. I know. I trust no one on the road, so I know I have to be careful when driving. During the blackout, everyone was like, no radars! I'm crying. Oh my god. Could you imagine? Okay, listen. The radars here are super expensive. Okay, this is why I drive the speed limit. If you're even 1 kilometer per hour over the speed limit, it costs you 40 to pay. If they catch you, it costs you 40 for 1 kilometer over the speed limit. I'm not making a joke. This is true. I've gotten bills because of 1 kilometer per hour. Yes, for 1. I have the bills to prove it. And this is why I don't drive over the speed limit. Imagine if we didn't have the blackout here. We were safe from that. Imagine that happening here. The people already go crazy. Oh my goodness. I personally would still drive faster. Yeah, it's I think it's for the first 5 over speed limit, it's 40, and then it's 60 for the next 5, and then 80 for the next 5. I think I've never gotten more than 40. No, we have speed limits only. The fastest you can drive is 120. Because, small country. We have 80 or 100 or 120, all on highways. And then if you're not on a highway, but outside of towns and villages and cities, it's 80. And then inside towns, villages, and 80, town, villages, and cities, it's 30 or 50. So we all have limits, or 20 when it's walking zone. You have 120 as fastest too? Oh. I love driving in Germany. Driving in Germany is awesome. They have great highways. Like, the lanes are huge. And then you have no speed limit. And whenever I'm in Germany, which is not very often, I just push through. 30 is anything that is that has like kids, or like is like where people live. No, I am not. No, I'm not. I'm not. I live close though. So basically, whenever someone says like, oh, in Germany it must be like this. I was born in Germany, so I know what it's like. So I'm just not disagreeing. But I never agree. So I'm just like keeping it to myself. Only few select people know where I live. I love driving in Germany. No, what I was saying is the 30 speed limit is where like there's houses. It's like parts of the town or something where people live and kids are there, schools. That's like the 30, and then 20 for any walking zones. So if you drive through where people are allowed to walk all over, that's where you're supposed to drive 20, and all the people are first, and then you. The German threw me off. Yeah, I was born in Germany. I lived there through my childhood, and then we moved. But that's why I love driving in Germany, because you have like no speed limit. So whenever I am in there, and I'm gonna be there in like 2 weeks again, I'm just like full on pushing through. I think it's 200 kilometers. I make that in an hour when I'm in Germany. Oops. Oops. My bad. 120 is so fast. Sometimes it feels scary driving that fast. Sure. I've driven 180. I've done that. 180. Oh my god. 180 kilometers per hour is the fastest I went. And genuinely, I'm not doing that again. Zoom. I know, right? I'm Lightning McQueen. 180. I've never done 100. I've never done 200. No, 200 is too fast. I couldn't even do 180. I think I did that for 5 minutes and I was like, nope. You need a lot of concentration, and I never thought I needed that when I was driving, because I feel very comfortable driving. And then I went 100. I went to Stuttgart, and that's very far away from me. So I went all through the highway, and it's unlimited there. So I drove, and I was like going 130, and suddenly I was 150, and suddenly it was 160, and I was like, you know what? Let me see how far I can go, how fast I can go. I went 180. And genuinely, 150 and 160 were fine. I was fully focused. I was so concentrated. I could have done that for hours. 180 kilometers, 5 minutes. And I was like, nope, I can't do that. I stepped off the gas. I was like, nope, not doing that. That is so fast. So anyone in Germany that you are going 120, that's what? That is so fast. I couldn't do 180. Gotta love country roads with no cameras. I mean, that's Germany, basically. There are certain parts where there's cameras, but you know exactly where they are because they're so famous. The places are so famous. I don't think they're ever gonna catch anyone again there. No, so what I was gonna say is in Germany, there's like highways 3 or 4 lanes. And I was on the left one. I was passing a few people. I was on the furthest left one, the fast lane. I was passing people. I was already going 180, right? Behind me, a car approaching gives me this the light. Gives me like a little light sign. Go away. I moved to the right. They zoomed past me. I was going 180. They zoomed past me. I was like, excuse me, how fast are you going? Because they passed me and then they were gone. It was like 5 seconds and then they were gone. And I was like, excuse me, I'm already going 180. They must have going like 250 or something. Yeah, you've also been in a car going fast for an emergency? Oh, how fast? Bestie was playing Mario Kart in real life? Yeah! This is whoosh. Do you know how, like, if you've seen Formula 1, you hear, like, them zoom and go past you and they're gone? It felt like that. Formula 1 cars go at 300 kilometers per hour, okay? Up to 300 kilometers per hour. That person, whoever it was who passed me, it felt like they were going that fast. I don't think they were, but it felt like they were going that fast. I feel like, you know how in the control on your car, you can see how fast you're going? I feel like they fully maxed it out. The thing couldn't go anywhere else. I feel like that was so crazy. They broke it. Yeah, it's not functioning anymore. Doesn't work anymore. Did a spin. Yeah, it kept going. It kept going. Just on and on and on and on. Oh my god. I think that's like at least my experience. That's only in Germany where you can experience that. You drive already crazy fast and someone behind you is going like, move out of my way, please. 186. Oh. Yeah, I went to 180, 185. You're ashamed? Why? Because you were you the one driving? I hope not. Please tell me you weren't the one driving. Kind of waiting for your answer. It was a friend. Okay, at least you weren't like driving and on your phone. Is my point. That would have been awful. Chat, I would love to hang out more. Look at her bathing. I would love and hang out and talk more. I would really love it, and we can do more of it in 5 hours. She's small? Yeah, that's all she is. Right? She's not paying attention. We can yap more, I promise, in 5 hours. I promise. I need to go. I have to be at my sister's in 15 minutes, and I still need to take a shower. So I'm gonna leave you, and we're gonna talk again in 5 hours. We're gonna continue our build, and we can yap and yap and yap and yap and yap, okay? I already, like... They don't mind if I'm a little late, but I'm trying not to be because I'm limited in time to go home again. I'm gonna see you soon. I'm gonna see if I can raid anyone. Let me just turn off that. No, I'm not gonna be right back. I'm actually leaving. I'm gonna play some Stardew music to say goodbye to you. And we're going to talk to again in 5 hours. I promise. If you want to be here to hang out, we can. Okay? Bye!